I initially got a sociology degree with a music minor, thinking that, how am I going to make a living doing music? And then I met someone at Anna Maria who was a music therapist, and I talked to her for a while, and I thought, the light bulb went off. I said, this is it. This is what I want to do. And I found my way up to SUNY at New Paltz and met with Mary Boyle, who was just, my mentor and my friend for the whole time I was at SUNY. And Mary's like, oh, Susie, you got this. Just go in and do your thing. And she was just fabulous. And so she was my advisor and moved me through what I needed to do to complete my degree, and then pointed me towards the most phenomenal internship I could have landed in, where I worked with 6 full-time music therapy supervisors, and then was sent off to my first full-time job. That couldn't have been a better experience for me. I landed at a school in Connecticut that works primarily with children on the autism spectrum. I wasn't looking for it. It found me. Mary called me and said, Susie, I got a job you're just going to love. So I loaded up the truck and went down to Connecticut, and I started working with this pretty new school. It was only a few years old, and now it's huge, but it was a school for children on the spectrum and children with neurological challenges. They use an transdisciplinary approach. So I never worked in a bubble. I was constantly working with speech pathologists and sensory integration specialists and behavioralists and play therapists, and we were filmed a lot. We filmed a lot of our sessions. One of my colleagues, Dr. Dory Berger, was a big influence, and she always said to me, Susie, music makes people happy, but that's not enough. You're a clinician, and so you need to do something that a puppy will make them happy. Ice cream makes them happy. Why are you doing this? What difference can you make, and what sets music apart from speech pathology and OT and all the other therapies that these kids are getting? Why are you doing music? And so that was my path, my venture. I had the opportunity to meet Dr. Sachs and hear him speak, and was just blown away by, here's this guy that's this neurological gift to the world, and he's showing up at music therapy conferences going, you guys are onto something. I'm like, okay. So, that really just sparked more of an interest to see what the power behind the music, what it can do, and how it can change and heal and grow these guys that I work with. So, when I started my internship, my first aha moment was with this young woman that was pretty much grew up in this institution from the 30s on, and she just this beautiful woman. We didn't know if she could see or what she could hear, and she had had music therapy in the past, but she would find her way to the room. She'd feel her way to the room, and she would go into the room, and she would rock, and she had a lot of behaviors that everyone was really not sure what was going on. She the session that we were being filmed on, when our music therapy supervisor came in, she had the camera on us and we're doing the session, and something just moved us to kind of pick up the pace a little bit. So we started drumming, and she started, and we started communicating through the music. There was language going on there. It wasn't verbal, but it was communication. She was leading the session, and there was this empowerment that just, and the camera's moving, and my internship supervisor's moving, and we're all dancing, and it went on for like 45 minutes. It was just this big, connection that was like, showed me how powerful what we have here is. So she was leading the show. It was her show. It was her gig, and we were just there to kind of accompany her. But her face lit up. They showed the video to her other staff, the people that work with her, doing just her day to day, and they, from that point on, looked at her differently. They really addressed her now as this person that had a personality and opinions and light in her.